Okay, we're going to keep going here. We're going to go ahead and do the eyes. I finished up the ears for now. We're going to put the little hole in there a little bit later from here. We're going to do that with a couple little V-tools later. But we're going to do the eyes. So what you want to do is take your pattern, take your pencil and draw a little line down on either side. And then we'll put an eye in here, okay? And we'll put an eyelid on it after we have it up there. So, alright, so technically there's going to be an eyelid on there. And we're going to bring this down. Okay, so let's just show you how to do it. Just put the two lines on the outside and then draw your little circle where you want your eyes to be. Now I'm going to wet this. I'm going to resharpen my knife because I need to have it super sharp for this. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go from the top down like so, alright? And then we're going to take our knife, the point of our knife, we're going to follow that up. Just take that portion out, alright? Eyes aren't really that difficult to do. It depends how much detail you want in them. Once you get the basics down of doing eyes, it's not too terrible. I know a lot of people avoid doing eyes because they feel it's just not, you know, it just doesn't work out the way they think, and it does take some practice. The best way to do that, if you want to try to do eyes before you actually get into a project, is take a piece of lumber, you know, an extra piece of basswood you have laying around in your shop, and you know, do nothing but eyes, and that's how I learned as well. I'm going to go a little bit deeper right there. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Then I'm going to go above that line. That's a little big, but I'm going to go down like this, and I'm going to bring it up and around to the nose, exactly like that. Alright, we're going to go from the top. I want to warn you, if you make it wet, you sometimes are not going to be able to see that line because the wood is, you know, swells a little bit. That's the eye, okay? And the hard part is matching side A to side B. I'll do my best to follow that out, okay? And bring this in. Go from the top. I always go from the top down first. Now, I might have enough room here to put an eyelid in, but I may not. Alright. There's our two eyes. And then the corners here, you want to just kind of jab it a little bit and then pop that corner out. Okay, that makes it a little bit more, instead of just it being flat there at the end. And then you're going to trim, come from the bottom up and trim that. Alright, just like so. And see, there's a hard edge right here, right there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me bring that up nice and close. There's a hard edge right, let's see if I can get this in focus here. Right there, there's the hard edge. And what you want to do is just take the point of your knife and take that off. Alright? Alright. Let me take this back here for a second so where I can see it just a little bit better. I'll be right back. Okay, where this goes off here a little bit, what we want to do is just cut it, this first line that comes from the top, and just come up here and just cut that out. Alright, just like so. Alright, that looks pretty good, folks. I don't think I'm going to fuss a whole lot more than that. I think I'm going to let it go. This is part of the eyebrow up here. We're going to just go ahead and put little lines there later on with a V tool for his hair. And it looks really good. And we're going to redefine his mustache a little bit. We're going to make that a little bit deeper. I'm all for making things a little deeper, because if you redefine the lines, you're going to have the three-dimensional part comes out really nice. Alright, just like so. Alright, see the difference from that side to this side? It's just nice and rounded. You want to take all that hard edge off everywhere. Alright. And we're going to redefine this as well. We're going to come up here. We're going to redefine that. Go in deeper. That's it. It's tucked underneath there. See? And then we're going to take the hard edges off everywhere. Just a sliver here and there. Still redefining that line there. Alright, that looks pretty good, folks. I'm pretty pleased with that. Had no idea what it's going to look like. And you know, you really don't know until you paint this what it's going to really turn out to be. But Uncle Sam is coming along okay. Alright, so that's this portion of it. Now we're going to have to figure out, we'll worry about his ears and stuff a little bit later, and redefine some of his face features a little bit more here and there. Do this here. Hang on just a second. Alright, now his hair is going to stick out a little wild like that. We're going to kind of tame this down a little bit later on. Maybe take that hard edge off of there. Alright, that's roughly what he'll look like. We're going to put a little hole in here for his ear and take a little gouge and fuss with that a little bit later. Now, I'll be right back.